Life is short. Eat your caviar with your animal crackers.
I bear the responsibility of all of my decisions. Good thing I'm always right. Hello!
I'm Hunter Harden.
And I'm Papa the Bear. And welcome to the Real Housebears.
This podcast is a dumb bitch.
Yes.
You guys be calling everything a dumb bitch lately. This podcast is a dumb bitch. Y'all are dumb bitches.
Absolutely, we're dumb bitches.
I am the word dumb bitch from the dictionary. Hello?
You are the word dumb bitch.
Salutations, dumb bitches.
Would you care if that account called you a dumb bitch?
But you know what? I'm a dumb bitch.
We're all a bunch of dumb bitches. That's for damn sure.
That was definitely the theme of last episode.
The comments really hurt.
You think? Sounds like it's going to be the theme of this one, too.
Oh, I don't know.
Mary gets called a dumb bitch.
You called Mary a dumb bitch.
I mean, it's definitely like a
Lisa and Monica
word.
call each other dumb bitch again.
Me and you have been calling each other a dumb bitch.
Well, we've been calling each other a dumb bitch for quite a while.
Yeah, for quite a while now.
But it's a term of endearment for us.
It makes me laugh every single time you say it to me.
Like what people hopefully understand is that Hunter and I are actually sickeningly sweet to each other all the time. Like 24/7, we're still like in the butterfly stages 8 years into our relationship. So when we say something mean to the other person in a joking manner, it makes us laugh really, really hard.
Like some stuff fell out of my bag and I'm picking it up off the ground and he's like, come on, you have to hurry, quit being a dumb bitch. And it just made me laugh even harder that even more stuff started falling out of my bag. And it made me even feel even more like a dumb bitch. So that just word dumb bitch is, I love that word.
You dumb bitch.
It makes us laugh a lot.
It makes me giggle.
Sorry for those.
So every single time they say it to each other on the show, it just makes me giggle.
So sorry for those of you who are listening to this with your 8-year-old daughters.
Oh my God. We've been listening to Peacock too much, y'all.
Y'all, the Peacock reunions, I really wish they would release the finale uncensored as well. Maybe extended. But I've ruined, like the Southern Charm finale on Peacock. Totally different experience.
It's just because cursing is allowed.
Speaking of Peacock, we are also watching Traitors season 2.
Yeah, we just got started with Traitors. The only thing I don't like about it is oh my gosh, it drags on.
It does drag it out a lot.
Goodness
Especially
gracious.
when you watch the first 2 episodes. The first episode is just a whole bunch of introduction.
Yeah.
So by the time you finally get to the end of episode 2, you're like, okay, girl, thank God we're finally here.
So does it start to speed up?
Yeah, it's going to be a formula now. We're going to start off finding out who got killed the night before. Then we're going to have a challenge. Then we're going to hear them all talk about who they think is traitors. Then they'll do the round table. But this episode 3 that you haven't seen yet, which has been released, instead of meeting secretly to like murder someone, the traitors, without even talking to each other, have to do something to murder someone in plain sight. Very exciting.
Dun, dun.
So that's how they keep it exciting and keep the momentum in motion. Oh, we don't want to boo them.
No, I don't want to boo him. Hold on. What is
That's ominous.
awkward was just crows. Like I was trying to do like dun dun dun, but we don't have that sound.
We can program one in though.
Okay.
Someday.
For the future.
Someday. We're getting fancy. Listen, we have microphones.
We do need to get like
We're out of the hot closet.
We need to get like an I love that one.
Yes, we're going to put an I love that there.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put probably it's rude and it's selfish.
Rude and it's selfish.
It's rude and it's selfish.
And then we probably have to put dumb bitch on there, right?
Yeah, we definitely need to put dumb bitch in.
You dumb bitch.
We get 4. So we'll have to figure out what our fourth
If
one
anybody
is.
has a suggestion of what our 4th soundbite should be, maybe it should just be me going, hello.
Maybe it should be. But we're happy to always hear your input on social media. Speaking of,
People are Fire
I
into it.
think we might have someone who is hashtag
Housebears
famous. Tell us a story, Hunter Hardin.
It's my 20-year high school reunion this year.
Oh my God, you are so old.
And so I got added to I almost said the Real Housebears reunion. Reed High School in Sparks, Nevada's reunion, and one of a girl that I went to school with that I knew of. We knew of each other, but we never like hung out. We're never in the same groups. But I think she was friends with my friend Ashley. Anyways, I write on there and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's been 20 years. What? Great, where did the years go? You know, typical thing you post on a reunion site. And she says, so Jen Onyebako, but I think she just goes by Jen On now.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen. She commented on, she's like, did I see you on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? And I was kind of blown away because like, she hasn't seen me for 20 years and I've changed a lot, but she clocked me on the Real Housewives. And so now we've been kind of talking back and forth about it. So I'm going to make my friend Jen On hashtag Housebears famous.
Pop the 2003 Dom Perignon.
Well, there you go, Jen. I hope
Jen.
So now I might go to our union because then me and Jen can sit there and dish about Real Housewives.
I want to go.
And she can like bring it up that I was on the show like around other people while I'm there, and I'm like, yeah, I'm on IMDb about it. Thank you. Actually, I'm on 2 episones. Thank you.
We got more than 2 episodes.
Y'all are
actually.
losers at my high school reunion. I'm just kidding.
You know, my last high school reunion was canceled, but a small group still convened, and we had a blast.
I had fun.
It was like a real Romeo and Michelle.
You were the cool kid of the group.
It was,
for sure.
and I wasn't the cool kid in high school. So getting to go back and like to be in shape mostly, which I wasn't in high school, and travel the world for my job and have this glamorous, sexy husband. I was like, I totally had my Romeo and Michelle moment.
Yeah, I had fun. It was a good time. So I'm hoping I get mine because I did not get mine on my 5-year? Is it the 10-year, 5-year that you first go to? Yeah, it was a Jip, and I'm still paying off that Tux rental. I am definitely not going in a Tux. That's crazy.
We're going in
something flashy.
Yeah, a fur G-string.
No.
From Park
Well,
City.
maybe if I'm fit, like if I feel good about my body, sure.
Yeah,
In his defense, he's been working out really hard.
and if it's going to be cold. All right, let's get into the reunion part 2.
Wow, y'all.
You know what? They really are saving everything for part 3, aren't they?
Yeah, this episode,
You
just hurry up and
normally
get to the juicy stuff.
expect part 1 to get some really strong momentum going, and to be honest with you,
Well,
last week's part 1 didn't get strong.
Well, and also it's because the ladies care about each other, and so they were trying to squabble and like squash
Right.
things. It wasn't like a fight.
the
So
only
everyone's.
real fights are anyone who's fighting with Monica.
I am surprised that anybody is even trying to like relate to Monica in any kind of form or fashion, because I'm like, girl, you've been talking about all these girls behind their backs and been lying to their faces. Like, I have no sympathy for you, period.
It really is hard to believe much of anything she says also.
Yeah, I don't believe anything she says anymore.
But you're right. Like, the core 4 are very respectful to each other, and they're respectful to Angie K.
Poor
and
Angie.
Angie K
I
is
feel-
being respectful to the core 4.
I feel bad for Angie K because she's the only one on the outs that's not in it.
Right.
But she's like, I want to be a part of it still.
But,
She's like,
but anyone will fight with Monica.
yeah.
All gloves are off as far as Monica is concerned. So we start off reunion part 2 in the middle of the argument that we were in last week when Angie K throws out that awesome line on spending your kids' money on a purse.
Sure sparked a nerve in Monica.
But then it like stops immediately, and Meta's like, I'm cold.
I know.
Whitney's cold too.
It's not just me, it's Whitney. I'm freezing.
Then we get into the Monica and her mom Linda package, and
The Rocky Road
hearing it on
montage.
Peacock again.
Oof.
I hate your guts, you fucking bitch.
I mean,
I hate your fucking guts, you fucking bitch.
Really sounds different.
calling her an MFer, like, it does cut a lot different.
Yeah. Did you get to the bottom of what happened with your family in Bermuda? Monica is still saying it's an unanswered memory or unanswered mystery. I don't feel like Linda had anything to do with it.
I don't think so. And plus, they show texts for every situation, and we did not see the texts.
Yeah.
If it was that easy that she read one thing on text, how come it's not shown?
You have to have proof. DMs,
receipts, screenshots,
you all. If you
blood samples,
if you Google RHOSLC, that's a banner across the top of Google will come up with whatever. Let me find.
It's like
I don't want to say it in the wrong order. Receipts, and it has the hand clap emoji. Proof, hand clap emoji. Timeline, hand clap emoji. Screenshots.
Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots.
I mean, congratulations,
God,
Heather Gay.
That's
you
pretty
have
amazing.
really made it.
I mean,
really
that's like what I mean. Even the senators and stuff are using it in like courts and stuff.
Yes.
Like,
I don't really, and you know, Monica's mom is very vocal on social media as well, but I really don't. And even if I remember following it on Twitter correctly, I feel like at the end of Monica and her mom's nasty tweets between each other, Monica actually concedes that maybe her mom didn't have something to do with it. Now, I don't know where that falls in the timeline of when the reunion was filmed, but I feel like there's the truth between Monica and her mom, which we've said many a times, is somewhere in the middle.
Or completely out in left field because they're both liars.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
I don't believe
know.
either of their stories.
Yeah, I don't know what to believe with either one of them. But Monica says it's an unsolved mystery as to why. And I'm like, it shouldn't be an unsolved mystery, honey.
No,
it shouldn't.
It's not that complicated.
If you think it was your mom, but you don't know because you haven't talked to her since, I don't buy that shit either.
Well, Monica says, you know, her mom said that she should be the one, that she should be able to go because she's the real connection to the family. Production turned her down, and so therefore she must have sabotaged the whole situation. I will say, though, Andy Cohen does tend to believe Monica about her mom. And I think maybe what it might be is like whether Monica's telling the absolute truth or part of the truth, nonetheless, her mom's a toxic person. And, you know,
I think Andy's playing, you know, because he was a reporter and stuff for a long time. I think he's playing the PC side where he's going to side with what he's seen from it. He's not going to imply, but I think you're the same person, you know?
Right. Which, you know, Lisa is kind of right about that. Yeah. Monica's dad left when she was 4. She doesn't hear from him. Monica's mom, as we all know, left her when she was 12. But what we didn't know was to pursue television. Now, what Monica's mom has been clarifying on Twitter, it wasn't to go pursue an acting career. She apparently was an award-winning journalist, and that's the type of television journalism that she was pursuing.
And you know what? And that's not too far off to hear about somebody having to like leave their kids somewhere for a couple months with a family member or something like that, while they went and pursued a career that could launch them into a better site, or even just getting situated in a state.
So see how Monica says, I was abandoned with strangers so my mom could pursue a job in television, when the truth might be that she was left with friends of the family so that she could pursue this television journalism that she had an opportunity for.
Yeah.
That's a completely different story.
I stand by what I said, 100%.
But Monica's not afraid to lie.
No.
She's not
and
afraid
again,
to
her
gaslight.
mom is awful. Her mom is awful, y'all. I'm not saying that her mom is not a terrible human. I'm just saying no one's really telling the absolute truth here.
I don't believe. I feel like
Monica really knows how to spin the words around.
Yeah.
But I can only imagine my mom coming after me on social media. But then again, it's a response to what Monica's saying on the show. So it's just an ugly cycle.
Yeah, I mean, if you were her, you would feel like you'd have to speak up and defend yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. True. Now, Whitney really is the one who's kind of is on Monica's side the most this episode. Right here, she's like, oh, I saw it in Monica's mom. She looked like she wanted to be getting that paycheck.
Yeah.
She looked like she wanted to be the center of attention. And Whitney supports Monica a little bit later, talking about, abuse and manipulation from your family.
Yeah.
Like, relating to her. So it's nice that they're not that completely cold-hearted.
Yeah. And I don't deny that they both have gone through trauma, Monica and her mom. But, man, you could see that trauma shine through both of them.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Like on the way they treat people and how they treat themselves.
Now, this story of Monica finishing her final interview for the show, feeling like she bombed it, so went straight to her mom's house crying. Her mom prayed with her and says, if it's not Monica, let it at least be me instead.
And I don't believe that at all. I don't believe it at all.
I mean, Linda is obviously refuting it.
But
online.
And you know what? I could see her saying that, maybe. But
It's
at the
weird.
same time,
It's
I don't
weird.
believe it.
Yeah,
So,
it's hard. It's like, I don't know this woman. It's hard for me to imagine any woman saying that, So,
but watching their interactions with each other, they're very nasty with each other.
and maybe competitive. I wonder if her mom's trying to date her boyfriends. Well, and then there's this whole situation when Andy asks Monica if her mom has sabotaged Monica's happiness in the past. And Monica's like, yes, I fell in love. I fell in love hard. My mom could see how happy I was. And she said, you can't come back here. You're not going to take my daughter away from me.
So you would think that nobody could be like that. But we just got done watching this show called Smothered.
Yes, I was hoping you were going to bring that up. It made me think of that one woman immediately.
About mothers and daughters that are so attached at the hip. But there's this one couple, the mother just has such a vindictive way of controlling her daughter. She's so manipulative. And you just see how toxic people are. And the things that she says to her daughter to manipulate her. So... now that I've seen that show, and I could totally believe that a mother can do this to their daughter.
I mean, this mother that you're talking about, she even will take a bath and keep it short so the water's still warm, so her daughter can bathe in her bath water.
She feels like it's honoring her and stuff. And they also share the same twin bed.
Yes, they're both not twin
Petite.
bed sharing size of women.
No, and the daughter's the small spoon, and she helps her mother get dressed every morning. This mother has.
But
this
the real
poor
parallel
girl.
here is the daughter wants to move out and live with her boyfriend, and the mother is being very much, you're not going to take my daughter away from me.
Even though she has her fiance in another state. Oh, anyways, if anybody's watching Smothered or hasn't started watching Smothered, it is wild.
It's crazy.
This is an acid trip.
It talks about toxic mothers and relationships.
Right. So Whitney bonds with Monica for a moment about being manipulated by family members. We hear that Heather and her mom still quite estranged, only texting on special occasions. Whitney and her mom, they were estranged for 16 years. But it sounds like they're building what sounds like a great relationship now.
Yeah.
They had a very honest relationship about Whitney's childhood, probably had to deal with, I'm sure
an honest
it sounds
conversation.
like the dad caused a lot of trauma, but I'm sure that children who go through that also are like, Mom, why didn't you step in? Mom, why didn't you do something or say something? So I'm sure, I don't know, I haven't been through my situation myself, but I'm sure that children probably are like, you're the other adult who's supposed to protect me.
Well, and also sometimes parents will turn their children against the other parent.
True.
So we don't know if that happened either.
True.
So, because that's what happened with every time I'd go visit my dad would kind of say horrible things about my mom and kind of try to turn me against her. So
yeah, absolutely. Well, Whitney is not opening the door to her father, and Monica needs to not open the door to the downstairs. That looks like a horrible fall. It's weird, though. I wonder how her shins got all banged up if she was going down the stairs. It makes no sense to me whatsoever.
The only way I could think is she fell and rolled forward on her belly and her shins hit the railings. Or,
maybe.
I don't know. Either way, I wish they would have gotten it on camera. not because I want to laugh, because I just want to see how she fell.
Yeah, it's hard for me to imagine how.
I'm still gonna laugh. But...
Well, of course, but how her shins are banged up makes no sense.
And bloody and stuff, and yeah, she was having a hard day.
What about Monica's mom not wanting to go home in the Subaru Uber?
Saying that, ew, it's a Subaru.
Oh,
listen, bitch, I have a Subaru.
I know, that's why I brought it up.
I don't believe that. I don't. But production, chime in here. Hello. if production said that.
So Monica threatened to sue Angie K like online. She didn't really sue her, but possibly because Meredith said, "Hey, you want to go for a house? We'll get you her house."
Which I could totally see Meredith saying that, but jokingly.
I mean, it really is against code to not have a railing for your stairs.
I should sue you, you fuck.
It is.
Well, and you can see why.
Yeah.
Dumb bitches be taking falls everywhere.
But according to Angie K, Monica sues everyone, and Monica's like, "Who do I sue?" And others like, "Well, you're suing me." But and Monica's like, I responded to your original suit. And Angie K says, "Why don't you just pay your bill?" And Monica goes, "No."
No.
It's like, that's it? That's what you're just going to say? No? Pay your bill. No. And Monica saying touchette instead of touche.
You get it? No, it's not. No.
Touchette, girl.
I was
touchette.
like, what?
And nobody corrects her.
And is touche spelled like that? I don't even know. How do you spell touche?
No. It's like a, like a toupee, but it's like touche.
Yeah.
It's got the little
Touche with like the accent.
There is
thing.
no T in it. There's no touchette.
Right. Wow, that's funny.
Anyways.
That's funny.
But yeah.
Lisa and Monica get into an argument about who is meaner to whom throughout the season.
But I love how, Monica, or Angie gets a couple digs at Monica in this
Angie has
episode.
some great lines. People underestimate Angie K.
But Angie's like, you can have your tirade, and after you're done, I will respond, and then we can do it like that, back and forth. And Andy's like, thank you. And she's like, that's how adults communicate. But it's okay. I'm good with children, so I can handle Monica. I was like, ooh.
She has some. I mean, a lot of her lines
true.
sound premeditated, so that makes them a little bit less cool. But they're great lines nonetheless.
But it is true. Like, Monica cannot not talk over everyone.
No. So Monica called John Barlow a penis head,
and then wanted to have sex with him. So she just says things.
Then we get into the matter of Monica's names.
This is this is hilarious. This is just like when she says to her mom, "At least I didn't leave my daughter in the back of the car while I made out with my boyfriend." And she goes, "That happened one time." But here's Monica like, which 4 of the names do you use? She's like, technically, I only used 3 of them. Legally, I've used 3 of them. I'm like, oh my God, girl, don't.
Well, when she explains it, her maiden name, her married name, and then her divorce name.
It does make sense, but she does have a 4th name
but
out
now
there.
and plus, now that we know that you're using all these different names to open different accounts and places.
Yes, honey, thank you.
But we've got Darnell, which is kind of her maiden name. Because, in Spanish and I guess Portuguese heritage, there's a lot. Their names are very long to include like their maiden name, the dad's mother's maiden name. I mean, all these kinds of names added to the end of it. But Darnell was originally blah 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 de la Garcia, which Monica adopted last. In between, she had Fowler, which was her married name, and Delgado, which I guess she never used legally.
And then there's
which is her dad's side. That's the Garcia. Yeah. So.
And then there's like a 4th name that she uses to get away with shit
that we don't know about. It's called Von Teese.
I only have 2 names, and only one of them is legal.
I have 6.
Actually, no. My 2nd name is legal, kind of. I mean, it's all real. My real name.
Well, what do you think about Monica's middle name being Linda? You're not taking away my daughter. She is part of me.
I almost was a junior. if my dad didn't have his firstborn be a male in his previous relationship, I would have been Chuck Jr. Chuck.
Chuck.
You're not Chuck. Chuck.
Chuck.
No, I'm not a Chuck.
No.
I'm not a woodchuck either. But how much would a woodchuck chuck?
I don't know.
If his name was Chuck.
Well,
these are important questions, you guys.
Remember how we said we would have nothing to talk about? Let's talk about Jack's mission. So, clears it up. I'm glad, first of all, that Lisa made a little bit of joke about it. First of all, good sense of humor. Jack was sent to California temporarily because, like a teenage boy would, he sent in a picture of himself shirtless on a boat.
And he probably had sunglasses on.
I mean,
it's a boy thing.
Stupid teenage boy thing to do, but I wasn't shocked.
But hearing that from Heather, that this is kind of normal. A lot of times they don't get their visas yet, so they have a waiting period, so they get practice in stateside.
And I have to say, I thought it was hysterical.
Yeah, I love it.
People are giving him hate about it. I mean, it's such a stupid teenage boy thing to do.
It's such a stupid teenage boy thing to do. I just love that Lisa's like, in his defense, he'd been working out really hard.
I love it. I love it. So Jerwin from Los Angeles, who you all have seen Jerwin last season auditioning and performing with our choir. Jerwin from Los Angeles, who actually works for Wild Rose Beauty, works for Whitney Rose herself. He gets the audience viewer question. Jerwin from Los Angeles. Lisa, you say you support the LGBTQIA community, but the Mormon Church doesn't. Please explain. And you know what, Lisa really, what people don't understand, and what Heather's finally understanding, is Lisa is like, my belief is just my relationship with God. It's not this checklist of things I have to do. It's not a garment that I have to wear. It's that I am having a relationship with God and I'm being good to people. That's what being a Mormon means to me.
And a lot of people feel like, a lot of people don't understand that change has to come from within a lot of times, especially with organizations like religion. You have to start bringing it in slowly and gradually. If you just start cutting them off right away, I don't know if it does any good, because now if Henry is gay and becomes gay, it's going to be her story with everyone else around her in the Mormon community hearing the same story. And it's going to become more relevant, more relatable, that there's more gay communities out there, and then they're not going to be such a stigmatism against gay people, because the religion did have a huge stigmatism against blacks.
Oh, for sure. Mary's going to talk about that.
Yeah, so it's just a slow progress, and I just do feel that a lot of change comes from within. Like, for instance, my mom was very upset that when I came out gay, she just said, like, don't you know what the Bible says? And my mom didn't realize that she even worked with gay people at her job. And she didn't realize that until I came out and I started sharing my story. And she started realizing around her, wow, some of these people that I work with are gay, and I didn't even realize this. And so it's become a normal thing for her now. And being gay isn't any big deal for her anymore.
Yeah. Well, I agree with Lisa that most religions, practically all religions, you know, at least especially Christian-based religions, have all been anti-gay, not just Mormon. But I also agree with Heather that the Mormon Church and a lot of other churches are really making big strides to be more inclusive and welcoming.
Yeah.
We're going to have to take a break, but before we do, we talk about Heather being triggered with Jack's mission, and what we all just figured out and probably knew all along is that Heather was just feeling left out. This was such a big part of her life. It's been taken away from her by her own choice. She gets it, but it doesn't hurt any less.
Yeah, it still triggers her. It still reacts. So.
And they clear up Heather calling Whitney a hypocrite. Heather doesn't even remember calling her that, so she apologized for it. So before Mary comes in, let's wet our whistle, and we'll be right back.
Bye.
I'll be at lunch. I'll see y'all later.
This is Heather Gay from The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and you're listening to the Real Housebears podcast.
Are you ready to rumble?
Rumble with Mary Cosby.
Yeah, Mary Cosby, the incarnation of evil, is here. You guys wanted to get warm? Well, here it comes.
You better buckle up, because here I am.
Mary enters Monica's dressing room, and Monica preps Mary that Heather, Lisa, and Angie K, in particular, the other couch, have been relentless.
It's a bloodbath.
She also tells Mary that she hasn't really had a chance to state her case about Reality of Vontice yet. And Mary's
She's like, it's not even me. I did this to Jen Shaw. There's like 6 people. Like, you've already said what else do you want to say? And plus, Mary, you don't know anything. Shut up. You married your grandpa, right?
Well, Andy immediately throws shade at Mary for not showing up to her last reunion.
Yeah, she should. Or he should.
He asked the ladies on Watch What Happens Live, Mary said that she came back to the show to help them out. Save the show. But, most of them were like, yeah, Mary definitely added value to the show. Even when Angie K tries to give Mary a compliment, Mary's like, you've only been here a year. What do you even got anything to say about?
And she didn't even hear what she said.
I know. She said something nice.
Andy's like, she just said something nice to you. She's like, oh, she did? Oh, I wasn't even listening. And then Angie goes on and says, you have lipstick on your teeth, Mary. Wipe that off. I'd be like, girl, don't say that to her. Let her live her life.
I'm glad that she did that, because I was not happy about seeing that lipstick on her teeth.
Let her live her life. She could do good on her own. She's doing her life on her own. She's got it.
So Mary likes Angie K. Angie K can take Mary's toughness.
Why is that a thing? Like, why do I have to take your toughness?
Well, because that's who she is, I guess. She likes Monica. She's pretty, and she was a good addition to the show.
Because she's pretty.
And she loves Meredith, and Meredith loves her back.
Okay.
She liked Heather until Heather's interviewed talking about Mary's decor.
Until that horrible woman said anything nasty about her outrageous, crazy Oompa Loompa house.
And that's
decor.
Worse than calling someone inbred. Clearly.
Clearly, of course.
Obviously.
Like, she is so deluded. Like, and Mary doesn't even care to listen to anything anybody says here. Like, I'm so over Mary.
Well, no, Mary says, if I say mean things, you can say mean things back. And everyone's like, no, we can't.
Now, of course we can't. Look at what Heather said something somewhat funny about your house decor, and you say that's worse than calling her inbred. Like, you are delusional.
So, like, if we say something negative back, you're just going to dip out and not say it, not let us talk to you.
And Mary's just like, why are you even talking? And Andy's like, well, she's kind of responding to you.
Right.
I'm like, God, Mary, she's so unlikable.
Okay, I get the point, Missy.
But what about this story of Robert Jr. and his wife or girlfriend? We're still not. Mary still
calls her girlfriend.
She hasn't seen the marriage certificate, so she's not sure.
Well, listen, Whitney was right. She's a predator. She is sitting there listening and watching her son have sex and telling the girlfriend, wife, that quit giving him an ego. Quit saying it's that good, because I know from experience that it's not that good.
No.
That's basically what she wants to say. That's what she wants to say.
No, not experience. We're not suggesting that Mary is a pedophile with her own, and an ancestral pedophile.
No, not like her and her grandpa. That's not the situation like that, you guys. There's no incest involved in her family line at all, you guys. I'm saying it now.
I don't even know how to argue with
here
that.
And now. She does not do incest, period.
You called me a pornography.
And she doesn't fake that she has good orgasms, for sure. Well, if she's telling her possible daughter-in-law not to fake good orgasms, then she's certainly not doing it either.
Why does she care that her son gets an ego from having sex? Because she had it from experience, and she didn't like it.
Why does Whitney care if Mary likes her?
Okay, all right.
I mean, there are no answers to these questions.
Can you imagine? Like, Mary doesn't say, even if she likes you, I think she says horrible things about you behind closed doors.
Well, Whitney apologizes for the predator comment, saying it was more about her trauma with, a controlling church and nothing sexual meant behind it. And then Mary says that she believes that Whitney is a racist.
That breaks my heart.
Are you kidding me?
I just love it that everyone is like even Andy's like, well, what did she say? And she's like, it's nothing she says. It's not the actions or anything she does. It's the church that she grew up in. And then even Whitney's like, is there anything I did though? And she's like, no. I'm like,
it's a feeling that only a person of color can have.
All right.
Listen, y'all.
That's rough.
Whitney is so... Well, I know that she's very charitable to the LGBTQIA community. I know that her heart is open to different people from all different walks of life. So, and again, I'm not like Whitney and I are best friends, but...
Has anybody ever accused her of being racist before? Ever?
No, it's wild.
It's just very wild. Mary just says things. She just doesn't care about people.
I mean, that can cancel someone. I mean, they could have showed a clip of that one soundbite in a commercial somewhere or a trailer somewhere, and that could have ruined Whitney's life forever.
People will take that for
just simply seeing the clip
context.
of, do you believe Whitney is racist? And then a person of color saying, yes, I do believe she is. That could ruin someone's life.
Yeah, and the fact that she doesn't have anything to go on by that, except for that she comes from a religion that is based on racism. And I do love it that when they are talking about this and racism in the church, Lisa's like, I'm Mormon. How come nobody's asking me?
Well, everyone goes to Heather as the Mormon expert.
Because Heather is a Mormon expert.
Yes.
Lisa has already admitted that she is just a 2.0.
Her version of it, yeah.
And
Heather
she hasn't
really
even
is.
read the Bible, the
Book of
Book of Mormon yet.
Yes.
So I just love it that she says, no, it's not. And everyone is like, yes, it is.
Yes.
It was based off of racism. Like we all have seen.
But in 1978
is when they started to allow African Americans into the religion. So like, yeah, of course it's very racist.
Mary thought that pushing Monica out at the finale was just too much. And Lisa's like, well, is it too much even if Monica called you a dumb bitch?
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Well, or, if Reality Von Teese, a.k.a. Monica, called you a dumb bitch, then they play a recording of Monica's voice essentially calling Mary a dumb bitch. Now, according to what I've read online and a little bit of Monica's explanation here in the episode, apparently Monica was quoting something Jen Shaw was saying. But it doesn't make sense for her to end up saying, I'll just post it on Reality Von Teese. So, I don't know.
I also, doesn't she say that, like, during that one scene, she says, I wasn't talking about that Mary. But then she says, I was just repeating what Jen Shaw said.
Yeah, like, really,
I don't believe that. Like,
I don't believe anything she says.
I just don't believe anything she says.
I hate to be that way, but that's just how it is.
But Mary thinks that everyone needs to hear Monica out, and we're going to hear it all out in the next episode. So
I think the burn book coming out is a cheap trick, but, hopefully it'll be a good prop. We get to hear all about the black eye.
I'm interested to hear what she has to say.
I am. But again, I know that...
But since it's coming from a burn book...
A little bit of truth, a little bit of a lie.
I know it's not going to be great.
Heather says there's a full investigation proving that she is the mastermind, so we'll see.
Yeah. So she says there's 6 people involved. It's a very specific number. It's like Lisa's lawyers.
Well, I certainly was not a member of... I am certainly not one of the... I certainly did not infiltrate the show. I certainly did not start a choir with Heather Gay to get any kind of drama for Reality Von Teese. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, how come we didn't get anything to be able to bring on to reality? How come we don't hear any of the great gooey gory
Monica,
stuff?
give us a call, girl.
I mean, how come? Well, we don't know anything. We don't know anything. But it would have been nice to get like a shout out and be like, "Hey, do you guys know anything that's going on?"
Why didn't you at least call me like a faggot on Reality Von Teese or something?
I just want to be included.
I just want to be included. I'm like
thirsty. I'm thirsty.
You really are a heartless person.
Oh, y'all.
It is the end of the episode by that, y'all.
Y'all, who are we all of a sudden?
We're I tell you what, we're
the real Housebears of Texas.
Real Housebears.
Okay. All yuns out there.
All you young shoot gum, tell me what.
Follow us on social media. On Facebook and Instagram, we are The Real Housebears. On Twitter X, we are Real Housebears. You can email us at therealhousebears@gmail.com. And finally, buy merch at the website realhousebears.redbubble.com.
That was a good one.
I do good.
It was good. You could also watch us on YouTube and Spotify, so you could see our beautiful faces and our antics. And you could also leave comments under our YouTube, and we will definitely talk about them on air. And you could also listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts, or if you just want to put it on YouTube but only listen to us, like turn the TV down but like keep the speakers on, like that's wild. Okay, I got the look, so it's time to end this. All right, thank you, everybody. Hope you have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.